Where should I start? Can you guide me? What resources can you recommend me? I get this asked a lot. TLDR, I don't know. I genuinely don't know. Before I tell you my thoughts, I have to mention that I'm young. I have very limited exposure to the industry, I have not had different jobs in this field, and so I really don't know how to transition from another job into it, what certifications to get, how to balance a full-time job and a family, anything country specific. I really can't help you with that because I have zero experience. All I can look at is my life and tell you my thoughts about it. If you disagree with what I will say or it doesn't help you, then you need to ask somebody else. I don't have the answer. But I think there are a lot of misconceptions about how to get into the security field, and I try to explain now why. Maybe you think there is some kind of shortcut, or at least a very efficient path. You hope a professional or experienced person can easily tell you about a clear path to success. I certainly had exactly those thoughts several years ago. I got frustrated why nobody would write down a clear guide. I felt somewhat entitled that I have a good experience already, I just need some guidance or mentoring. But the truth is, there is no efficient path. Truth is, it just takes years of experience. So if you think that somehow it would be easier with a study plan, it's not, so forget it. I'm sure you know this interview question. What advice would you give your younger self? And for me, I don't know. While certainly thinking differently at the time, in retrospect, I don't think there was anything bad or inefficient about the path I took. Of course, I could help my younger self understand certain concepts better and faster, and that's what I try to do with the videos. The videos cover exactly what I would tell my past self, but I couldn't lay out a path of do X, Y, and then Z. There is no secret step-by-step guide. It's not a straight path, but a web of interconnected topics, layers, and dependencies, and you're free to walk and jump between stuff however you want. Truth is, anything you do, any tutorial you follow, any project you start and never finish, any dead end you head down, it's not wasted. It's all experience that is accumulating over time. If I learned anything about hacking, what it means, what it is, then, at least to me, it's not really something I can get a hold on. It's an abstract, artistic, and broad term for many different things. Truth is, hacking is just learning IT stuff, but kinda in an artistic, weird, creative way. Maybe now you say, well, tell us about your path then. Clearly it got me somewhere, right? Maybe that's the ultimate guide. Well, there are a few things I can mention. My path is also full of just luck. Opportunities I have never planned for, so it's also somewhat not applicable to anybody else. Nevertheless, here are a few checkpoints that maybe give you some idea. As a kid, I started with some HTML. Then I got a book about Visual Basic Script and I wanted to write an operating system in it. If you have ever written Visual Basic Script, it's a bit like JavaScript, you know how ridiculous that idea was. But that didn't hold me back. I asked this question in a forum and was called a dumb troll. I was really sad that day, because I was just a kid trying to learn something and I had no idea what it means to have an OS. Anyway, at some point I got into web programming with PHP, so I had to learn actual HTML, CSS, JavaScript, PHP and MySQL. I started and abandoned